Hey y'all, it's your girl Nadia.
And it's me, Coach T.
And we are back with you, two average people.
Let's go.
So we were having this conversation the other day and we were talking about things that we should never say to each other. All right, babe. Here's one thing I don't want you to ever say to me.
All right, what's number one?
Don't tell me to get over it.
Okay, what's the problem with telling you to get over it?
Because a lot of the time I need to vent.
Okay.
I know that you are solution oriented.
Yes.
But I need to get it out and I need to talk about it. And I may need to talk about it more than once. And I don't need you to tell me to get over it because that's definitely not going to sit well.
Okay, I can understand that. My only thought process is if I was your friend and I was telling you to get over it, you wouldn't hear it from that same place. You'd hear it from how I probably intended it to come from. What say you?
True. But I'm coming to you for comfort and I'm coming to you for a bit of security in what I'm feeling.
I understand.
And my friend is different.
So your friend automatically can validate, but it's since that person's a little further away, their words don't seem as jarring.
Correct.
Gotcha. Okay.
You got one for me?
I got one for you. My first one is, don't tell me that I don't need sex. That's nonsense.
But we still always don't believe that you need sex. We think you really want it.
It's nonsense.
Why is it nonsense?
It's absolute nonsense.
Why is it nonsense?
Well, mostly because...
Will you die if you don't get it?
Will I die? Some men have died in the past. Yes, I'm sure.
Are you joking?
I'm sure we can Google, Sam McFinnigan.
Cause of death.
Blue
lack
balls.
Lack of intercourse.
I'm sure we can find somebody who's died of blue balls. I'm sure.
It's ridiculous.
What I'm saying though is what we have proven scientifically is that men require that it staves off everything from depression to cancer. We know this, like factually. So beyond that, though, I'll say that sex is a way for men to show their love. And we tend to do it that way because it's what resonates with us. Now, should it be the only thing we do? Absolutely not. But telling us we can't do it is saying, I don't want you to love me.
And we ain't saying you can't do it. We're just saying, do you need it?
Do you need me to tell you I love you?
Yes.
I agree.
But I won't die if you didn't.
That's fair. I won't die either, but our relationship won't be strengthened.
I could talk about this all day, y'all, but let's move on to the next one.
Let's keep going.
Don't always say it's up to you, up to me.
Okay.
So what I mean by that is, ladies, how we ask our man a question and we're like, babe, what do you think? I don't know. It's up to you. You think you're being like really considerate of what she wants and needs, but actually you're not.
Yeah.
Right? Because we actually do want your opinion, especially if it's something important. What it sounds like when you say that is, I don't care. And you may not care. You don't care about the flowers. I get it. Also, I may not care about something else either, but do we need to present it that way?
That part. That's true.
Now, you don't have to be like, well, I like those flowers and the petunias in that are really nice.
Because I'd be lying. I don't even know what a petunia is.
Right.
What I'm saying is there's a part of me that would be lying if I said anything else.
There's a better answer.
But there's no reason to have to present it that way. That's true.
Yeah.
That's very true.
And you could even just pick one because you picked, you did eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
What I tend to do with my wife is tell her, I don't generally care about this topic, but I will engage you in conversation and give you what I think.
Yes.
So I don't know much, but I will have the dialogue and we'll have it in good faith.
And sometimes he'll even say, well, knowing you, I really know that you like roses.
Right.
So I think because this bouquet had roses in it, I think you'll really appreciate that one later on when you look at the pictures.
I'll say that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So he's still engaging me in what I am and who I am. So it's really,
so that works.
Okay. Yes. All right, let's move on, babe. What's yours?
All right. Don't forget to listen to understand, not just to respond. Sometimes a woman can butt herself meaning he says words, and the first thing out of her mouth is, yeah, but, and it's like, not yeah, but we're trying to get to a place here. No yeah, buts. Listen to what I'm saying. You want me to listen? Don't come fix my problems. Can't you just listen? Yeah, can't you just listen? Sometimes I just need you to hear me out. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm guilty of this, y'all. I gotta tell y'all, I've had to really learn how to listen. It's a hard thing because I'm quick to be like, yeah, but, and he's like, hold on. I'm not done. And we're all guilty of it, but it really is important to like.
It is important.
I gotta say it's tough though, because I'm so quick to be like, yeah, but I need to get what I'm.
You know why the yeah but sucks so much?
Why?
Because you're gonna yeah but me, and when the thing happens, you're gonna go, why didn't you tell me? And I'm gonna go,
I didn't get a chance. That's what you always be like, I didn't get a chance. You wasn't telling me anyway. You were just saying that now so you can have some leverage in the conversation.
I give you some leverage.
Let's keep going. Don't listen to us, y'all. Okay. Don't tell me I'm so emotional. Guess why? Because I am. Congratulations. We have first crossed the first part of Relationship 101.
Yeah.
I am an emotional being.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't mean all women are.
Doesn't mean all women are, but
most.
I am, and I acknowledge that. When something happens, feeling is first. I always tell them, if something happened, I have to work through the feeling of it before I can start thinking about solution or intervention or process or whatever. Let me get the emotion, put the emotions aside. Let me work through that. Because when the emotions are flowing, I'm thinking all kinds of things.
Facts.
Irrational thoughts.
Facts.
So
Facts.
Telling me I'm emotional is just saying, even though it's true and I know that and acknowledge that, if he says that, I don't hear it that way. It's just, you're so emotional. Okay. Now
Thanks.
what?
But what did you have to say about what I just said?
What's your point of telling me that? You just tired of this conversation?
Yeah, that
you want to move on?
Mm-hmm.
I get all that. But I'm still dealing with the emotion.
I understand that. You know, one of the most powerful things you said to me? You said, Tobari, you're a logical person, and I respect that. But I got to get past my emotion to get to my logic center.
Absolutely.
So you're not going to get from me what you, Tobari, said you need from me, Nadia, until you give me the chance to burn off some of this emotional energy.
Absolutely.
So I can get to the truth, at least from a logical perspective.
Absolutely.
From what I can tell. I was like, oh yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah.
So now when things happen, I go, let's see about your emotions. We'll see about the facts after. And now we have a rhythm and it works.
Yeah.
Is it me?
Yeah. All right, babe. What's your next one?
My next one is reserve your judgment. Men don't experience the world as you might.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that took me a long time to understand that.
Yeah. Especially in today's day and age. It's not fun being a dude. And we are definitely paying for the sins of our fathers for sure. And there's a lot of men out here doing dumb stuff. But what we got to stop having the conversation as if men just out here doing dumb stuff and women don't do dumb stuff too. People do dumb stuff. People cheat on each other. People lie to each other. People lie to themselves. People do that type of thing. So what we can't do is look at one person and be the pot calling the kettle black without acknowledging that's exactly what we're doing. And sometimes women move about the cabin as if men move about the cabin the same way. And we don't. We don't even kind of. And where that's not a bad thing, it's also not necessarily easy to navigate as a man. And so it takes us some time to figure out how to make that work.
I think, to your point, babe, it is a people thing, right?
It's a people thing.
We don't navigate the world the same way as men and women.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
That is true. And so for as much understanding as you want your partner to have with you, you need to have with them.
Absolutely.
Because we're not the same.
We're not the same, and we need to have grace for each other.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. All right, last one for me. Don't say, what's wrong this time? Okay, so you're...
Hi, I'm Tobari. All right, Tobari. I am a what's wrong this time guy.
He is a what's wrong this time guy.
I am.
Because
and I don't always use the words. Sometimes it's just like, oh.
And he doesn't even have to say the words. I know him so well.
Yes.
Like I came down the stairs the other day and we saw each other upstairs in the room and I was fine. And I came down and I'm like huffing and puffing. And he's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, and he's like, right? Like I felt it because I know him so well.
I did exactly.
Like, you know, and this is weeks of just me being in such like a up and down type mood, right? So he's like, and so I finally was like, babe, so-and-so, this is annoying me. Like, and it wasn't anything to do with him, but I was like, you know, when your temper, maybe PMS or whatever, the tempers get short. And I'm like, I'm in a place and one thing, the smallest little stupid thing annoyed me. But so his what's wrong this time comes off like, oh.
Pro tip, marriage pro tip right here. How to get past that is to be radically vulnerable in the moment. Yeah. Both of you have to do it at the same time.
Yeah.
Like one person has to lead it. Guy, man, person, masculine in the relationship. You got to do that first. You got to be the one to go, what's wrong? And genuinely mean it when you say it. And follow up so that they can feel comfortable enough to say, it's something stupid, it's something small, but it is bugging me. It's not you, which is really always the underlying issue, right? You just want to make sure it's not you. Mm-hmm. And when you find out that it's not you, have the grace to go, cool, I know what to do. I know you'll break glass in case of emergency, and we'll be fine. Keep going. All right,
babe, let's do your last one.
Last one for me. Men are always watching you, but we won't always speak on what we see. And when I say that, I mean ever. However, we'll treat you different immediately.
That is so interesting. I need you to, I know we're getting to the end, but I need you to expand a little bit more on that because I feel like y'all don't pay attention to a lot of stuff.
That's the way it feels because most of the time guys don't require a lot. Most of the time, if a guy's fed, he's empty, he's entertained in some way, he's comfortable. That's pretty much the end all be all. There's not really a whole lot more to that. But because we don't require a lot, we can watch and see something and look past it because it didn't interrupt the 3 or 4 things that we genuinely do need. However, we will treat you different depending on the way we see it. Now, that may not be a good thing. That may not be a bad thing, but I'm not talking about good and bad. I'm talking about people. And this is some things that people do. And men will do this. And we know women will do it too. And that we know women will watch and not say anything. But when a woman's watching and not saying anything, she's also kind of waiting for that right moment to drop right on your head like a ton of bricks. So she can prove to you that she knew what was going on. Some men don't say anything at all. Know their woman is cheating, don't say a word. No, there's money being stolen out of the account, don't say a word. You know why? Because it didn't interrupt his PlayStation, his sex, his work, or his peace.
Okay, but let's take something on a little smaller, right? We go to Chipotle at least once a week.
Fair.
I order the same thing most of the time.
Right.
He'll go to Chipotle and be like, what do you want? So when I hear you pay attention, but you don't like...
We're not talking about your Chipotle order because that's not important to us.
I see.
What I say we're paying attention, I mean from the things that are important to us.
I see.
So you're Keke Palmer and you want to wear your butt cheeks out. Fair. I respect it. It's your job. You're not your job, but it's your prerogative as you're an adult. However, as a dude in a position to pull a Keke Palmer type, I'm looking at that and I'm going, that's not going to stop me from bigging her up and dabbing her up and everything else. That's not going to stop me from being friendly. That's not going to stop me from doing business. But a relationship? Is that who I want on my arm? If the answer is no, you're never going to get that. And the question then becomes, if you are getting that, you should question the motive. Mm-hmm. You should, listen to me good. If you're getting that, it doesn't, even from a guy you like, it doesn't mean that his motive is right. Because that's when you have a lot of women get into trouble. I liked him. I thought he was really great. Turns out he was just attractive. Mm-hmm. He wasn't great at all. He was never great. He was just just attractive, but you never thought about it beyond that because your gauges beyond attractiveness don't really go very far because they're unpracticed. You always, this is from a man, you always question our motives. Always. Default question. Question my motives. Question me. Because it's the answer that gives you the right answer to what you should be feeling on the inside.
So we should question your motives even though you may not speak up about yours.
Yes.
About ours.
Yes. The reason is we understand as men your motives. We already know what you want as women. You're very loud about it. We can't miss it. All I'm saying is, in your being loud about it, you missed the thing that snuck behind your back because you was too busy rah-rah-rahing. The guy got behind it. Derek Jackson is a great example of that.
Okay.
Derek Jackson got behind a lot of black women's backs because he whispered in your ear what you wanted to hear, and you was too busy yelling at other dudes for selling while we was like, no, not that one. Don't look at that one. You know, because he understand and he's saying good things. Meanwhile, he took a black woman through the mud. He took her through the mud, and he did it right in front of y'all. And in fact, even after that, it's a lot of the same y'all still support him. He's still getting money. That's what I'm saying.
Yikes.
That part.
I see.
That always question our motives. Always. As men by default, question our motives. It's our answers that will make you know whether we're being genuine or not.
Ladies, you heard it from Coach T. Question the motive.
Question. I should have an answer.
There we go.
And if I don't, I should give you a reasonable thought process on how I'm going to get to that answer and get there. And if I don't.
That's right.
But don't believe me. I'm just your friendly neighborhood old dude trying to put some game on you while we make this podcast about us out here winning. So make sure you hit the like button down in and leave a comment for us. This is not going well. I don't mind getting so tongue-tied.
It's okay, baby. They know what you mean. You know what you got to do. Like, subscribe.
Yes, do all the things that the algorithm
ring the bell.
Likes,
do all the things. We love you guys.
Yes.
Thank you for the support. And we look forward to continuing this conversation.
Yeah.
We are going to have some exciting things coming our way. We're going to have panels and people on the podcast as well.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Stay tuned for that, y'all.
It's going to be fun. We're going to be doing some updates.
Because remember, we're better
together.